Tuesday night. It's Tuesday. I can't believe it's Tuesday. Zach's making sure that everything is straight and even. On
straight
an even
and
keel.
even.
And then we will kick off our brand new segment.
Can you see us? Yeah. Oh, you can?
We'll see. Nothing in there yet. Can you see us?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we're in. We're in.
Okay. Wow, that took a little longer than I thought.
We had delays. Weather delays. Oh.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Weather delays. All right, you guys ready for Tuesday's show?
Yeah.
You ready, Zach?
I am.
Are you ready to rumble?
All right. That was fun.
All right, guys. If you're here now, you're about to enjoy ComicGains. And if you're new to the show, I'm Adam.
I'm Zach, and this is the Princess Royal Highness. Looking for a lovely day, just like usual, doing that princess wave. You do too. Out of respect, and of course, Coco's saying hi to you.
The mailman's here, so.
The mailman.
We're ish.
Ish.
So the dogs are all riled up. But yeah, guys, we're super excited. Today is our brand new show, Straight Up Comics on Tuesday. Still ComicGains hosting Straight Up Comics. Hopefully not copywriting infringing on anybody on that name that I'm aware of.
Yes.
But
I look.
If you see anybody else, let us know. And then so the show will entail a review of last week's comics. I wanted to make sure everybody had time to read it. I had time to read it, and then we'll talk about the books that I read, how we felt about them, such and such, maybe any special comic book news. And then Zach has BS time with Zach, also known as
Buying Smart.
And then if you stay till the end, Princess has the comics to pick up tomorrow. So you guys will know what to get on Wednesday, which is really exciting. So, yeah, there's a bunch of reasons why we decided to do this. And one of the main ones, so we can so we have time to, we don't have to spoil any books for you guys. Sometimes I hate when we're would read the books early and then tell you guys about it and spoil it. So now, hopefully everybody had a time to read the books from last week and then we can talk about it together as friends.
Exactly.
We won't explain the layout every time, but this is the first episode. So, of 701. We've had 700 episodes of ComicGains. Now this is 701.
We revamped.
You know what happens when we do so many episodes?
You get thirsty.
You get thirsty, guys. You get thirsty.
There it is. I almost lost it. You got here a Thai-town cranberry cider.
Coco did not want to wear that.
No, she still has it on. Cranberry cider, 6.9, and as you well know, neither 6 or 9 is a 0.2, but you know 0.2 is the best.
It's 6.9?
6.9. 69.
Nice.
That's the other good part.
Best if drinking closest to Thanksgiving.
It's like biting into a cranberry. Delicious.
You know what also is like biting into a cranberry? Hanging out with us on Whatnot. Almost every Saturday. Princess will be on this Saturday, though, guys. So come hang out. It's an early time for her, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. One of the greatest shows on Whatnot. If you got to see our last weekend shows, they were insane. And there was a lot of extra drinking that went on, right?
Oh, yeah. There's extra drinking.
You guys caught the end of our show. It got a little crazy, but everyone's still friends.
Yeah. I said some things I shouldn't have said. That's sometimes it comes with the drinking. Not usually. I'm usually pretty good. That was not my best moment.
But don't worry, everyone's still friends. Just like we're friends with all you guys that made it out to our new show on Tuesday. We've got a bunch of people now, so everybody crush the like button right now for the Princess if you can. We got Steve Sayer, first to the show. How's it going? Levi's Jeans in the house. Nut Tech, glad you made it over to Tuesday, guys. We got Las Cruces from New Mexico. It's still Tuesday in Mexico, I think, right? Hasn't passed the time. Andrew, the king of New Comic Book Day, is here. Hopefully you can help me out with all the reading we're going to be doing together over these next few years. Many years. Princess is here as well. We got Ciro in the house. Welcome in, Ciro. Good to see you as always. Michael Bang making it in. Welcome in, Michael Bang. We got Sir Rick is also in the house, as well as John Eric. Welcome in, John Eric. Marley the Super Dog made it in as well. You're next. Trying to find that belly button. one of these days. Kenneth Bird, welcome in, sir. Welcome into this awesome Tuesday night. We got Han Solo, who got some crazy books last weekend. Good job on those pickups, sir. Blame it on the alcohol. There's a little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
That's fair. That's fair. Absolute Superman 2 was amazing. His suit is awesome. Yes. So we can get into all that stuff. So kick it off right into the reviews.
Let's go.
Yeah. So let's get right into the reviews, guys. I'm super pumped. On our thumbnail. Oh, actually, did you want to talk about some shows real quick?
Some shows?
Yeah, there's some big shows that came out.
Oh,
so nothing too crazy because we don't
Crew.
really do reviews. But Skeleton Crew came out, guys, on Disney Plus. That's the new Star Wars show with Jude Law and a bunch of really cool kids in it. I totally love that show.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty
really
fantastic.
good. I give it totally. I said totally twice. Give it 2 thumbs up. Check it out when you get a chance. I really like what they're doing with that. The last Star Wars wasn't that good, Acolyte. So this is a huge breath of fresh air compared to the last one. And Creature Commandos.
Yeah, Creature Commandos is pretty solid. I mean, so far it's 2 for 2. It's amazing. I'm loving the characters that they're introducing to me. Apparently they were always there.
Yeah.
But now, except for one character. But now I know a little bit more about
The
it.
James gunning it up. We're falling in love with these misfit characters again. And
Yes.
yeah, a bunch of other cool stuff. So I'm really happy about the new shows that come out. So check them out. It's better than what we've been having. Better than when we were doing like Agatha and Acolyte.
And it's not comic book related, but me and Princess have been watching a show called Tomorrow AI.
Oh.
It's weird. It's only 4 episodes, but it's really weird.
I like it. All right, Tomorrow AI. All right. Planning on getting some new comics tomorrow. All right, Steve. Ooh, and then Sir Rick says Invincible Universe Battle Beast releases in April. All right, cool. Dude, I don't wonder the last time they had a new Invincible comic. So that's really cool. I'm excited for that. Yeah, and they dropped the preview for the 3rd season of Invincible, I guess. I have not seen that, and I really want to see that one as well. Ooh, A+ Comics, what's up? Hey, you guys switched sides of the day? Are we backwards?
What?
Oh, we're backwards on the screen? No way. Are we?
YouTube must. I see a bunch of new things on there. Oh my gosh.
Oh, are we backwards?
Wait. Yeah. Yeah. They updated it, and it's definitely different.
All right, we'll have to check that out for next time. The
Well,
flip.
that's.
Dude, I heard that they did that. That they started like flipping a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they're flipping out.
They knew we were going to Tuesday, so they want us to switch that.
What the heck?
Well, the book might be backwards then. So let's kick it off. First book review of the day. We have all new Venom. This is the brand new #1. It's also written by Al Ewing, who wrote the last run, and this is drawn by Gomez. I think the cover's by Adam Kubert. This is the regular cover. There's some really good variant covers as well. The wraparound Humberto Ramos I was really hoping to pick up.
Oh.
But yeah, there's a lot of people reviewing this book right now. It's a hot topic for comics. So I have been reading Venom. I did read Venom War, and I did read the last issue of regular Venom, which was like 39. It didn't prepare you for what was going to happen in this book. So the book has completely taken a different turn. Say what? Who's Jeff?
Who's Jeff?
Zach sits on the left
I guess
side.
Adam, your new
And
name.
Jeff's on the right. Yes.
I guess your new name is Jeff.
Could be. My middle name's Jeff. So maybe he knew. Maybe he knew.
Maybe I'll come up with a new name, Mr. Clean.
Thanks.
They call me Mr. Clean.
Who's Jeff? But so they didn't really allude that anybody else was getting the costume at the end of either of those books. I was waiting for it. I thought Venom War was going to end with a new person getting Venom, and they kind of showed that they shot this gold bullet that was made of Molten Man that made the suit gold at the end, and it gave him like extra powers. And that's why I thought maybe he had a gold symbol on his chest for the all new Venom. And I was thinking it's either Eddie or it's either Dylan. And it's like, it might be neither. It might be neither. And
that's cool.
It starts out very strange where they're in a courtroom and they're doing a case with Madame Mask, who is a villain in the recent Spider-Man books. And she has a gold mask. And in the courtroom, you have some people, what's going on?
Jeff the Land Shark.
Everyone's laughing about Jeff the Land Shark. They're killing the vibe, guys. I'm trying to explain the book. Princess is laughing about Jeff. Okay. So they're in the courtroom at the trial for Madame Mask, and in the courtroom they introduce a couple characters. So you have like the mayor of New York, who is Luke Cage, sits down in the courtroom, and then next to him is Robbie Robertson. So like old Robbie, like Spider-Man's like newspaper reporter friend or editor reporter friend, Robbie. He sits down next to him. They start talking, and then out of nowhere, you get Rick. I want to say Rick James, but not Rick James. Who's it?
Rick Flag.
No,
Rick.
The other Rick. Rick from Hulk. Rick.
Oh crap!
Not Rick Jeff.
Sam? No, he becomes Samson, right?
No, Rick Jones. Thank you, Michael.
Okay.
Oh, a rare Princess Sneeze. Yes, Rick Jones. So Rick Jones sits down, and they do this whole thing where these villains show up and they like cause a ruckus, and they do this weird thing where they're like, oh, remember when Rick Jones was Bucky, and remember when Rick Jones was the Hulk, and he's like, oh, maybe I could be a new character, and then during the battle where this guy shows up and messes all stuff up, all of the people leave the room. So Robbie Robertson, you have Luke Cage, you have Rick Jones, and then you also have Madame Mask all surprisingly disappear, and then a Venom shows up, beats all the bad guys, and then leaves. And you're like, is it? And then they're like alluding that it's one of those 4 people.
Yeah, that's interesting.
The atom bomb?
I meant to be a clown
right?
The skull.
Yeah, so like so they're alluding that there's like a new Venom could be one of those characters. I don't know if I'm like excited about any of those ones. The artwork's really good. The writing's kind of fun. It has more of a Spider-Man tone to it.
Oh, good.
With like the extra characters along with it have all been like pretty heavily used Spider-Man characters. And at the end of the book, you do get to see Dylan, and he's with his new like surrogate family, which is interesting. So he's like, his new family is Mary Jane and Paul. So
that's weird.
Yeah. So he's like, they're like, oh yeah, he's living with us now, and then he says at the end like, oh, I need to figure out who has my costume, so I can get it back. So he's like watching the newsreel, so it's clear that it's not him. But it would be interesting if it was Rick Jones. Who would you rather have it be? Jackpot, yes.
Robbie Robinson.
Really?
I don't know. Wonder if it could be J. Jonah Jameson.
Well, he's not one of the people they alluded to. I mean, it could be. There's some people that think online that are saying it could be Paul.
Ew.
But
the one that's like smashing Mary Jane?
Yeah, from like the other alternate dimension. But it's interesting that his like suit's yellow and that like Luke Cage is yellow, but then also Madame Mask has a gold mask too. I don't know what Rick Jones is yellow about. It may have like yellow pee inside of it. But I've been reading Venom this whole time. Hasn't been that good. The last run after like the Al Ewing run, but I'll keep going on it. Okay. I like the idea of a mystery, where they're like, who is the character?
Who is he?
Like who's inside the Venom suit? So
what are we?
Check it out. If it becomes something cool, it's the first Venom-ish. So I thought it was okay. That was okay. It's the talk of the town, the comic book town. Okay. Everyone's wondering who is the new Venom.
Who is he?
All right, next. We've been doing these reviews, but I won't go in depth on this as in depth as we used to do. But this is the Ultimates issue number 7. This is Dennis Camp and Juan Frigeri. And I like the Ultimates so far. It's been really good. The last issue was pretty awesome where they like did the whole Hulk battle and all that jam. And this is kind of them coming back down from this Hulk battle. And Iron Lad was killed off, supposedly. So there is a big surprise at the end of this one. They have him like inside of a healing chamber with like an arc reactor in his chest, like built into him. So now he's like part robot. So he didn't actually fully die, and they're trying to bring him back. But you get some cool scenes where you get like Hammond, like the original Human Torch, and Captain America are like walking through New York, reminiscing about the old days, how it like used to be. I guess it's New York. There's no America in this book, but they're still trying to figure out their place, or like the Ultimates still together. The She-Hulk is really angry, and she like wants to go back and just kill Hulk, and they have to explain to her like, hey, they're gonna kidnap you, and they're gonna make you their like like give us the information that they need to like figure out where we are and kill us all. So they like convince her not to. There's an interesting part that I wanted to bring up with everybody because this confused us when we first read it. If you look closely at Hawkeye, remember we all made the conclusion except Zach that it was a female character? And Zach was like, no, I think it's a male character. This issue is definitely drawn like a male character. And it really threw me off because when we read it, the Hawkeye's first appearance and the name's Charlie, the character's name is Charlie, I thought it was definitely a female. There is a Bleeding Cool article about this where Dennis Camp wrote that the sex of the character is a mystery. It is not labeled a male or a female, and that the character itself, Charlie, would not make that like an apparent thing, that it needed to like tell, that they needed to tell other people what they, you know, if they're male or female, like what their gender is. So it's not like it's not going to be a thing where they're like, you have to call me this or that, but it will be a plot point later on. So at a certain point, it will come up, the gender. I just threw that out because it threw me off. I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, this is definitely drawn completely different than it was before. So I wanted to like look it up and figure out that wasn't like just feeding people craziness. But there's a cool article about that. And yeah, oh, Andrew said he really liked the talk between Hammond and Cap too. It was cool. There's kind of, remember the old days? But yeah, I think the big reveal at the end of this one was the Iron Lad is still alive, but he's part robot now. Or he like, at least he has the arc reactor built into his chest, just like the movie version. So I'm excited to see where book 8 goes. It's still been a fantastic read. So artwork's good.
Yeah, pretty good.
I think this one, no, it's had the regular artist on it. So check it out, The Ultimates. We've been reviewing it. If you ever want to know more, check our old shows out. We reviewed everyone pretty in depth. Right?
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
What do you like The Ultimates, right?
Yeah, it's a very good read. It's a very good read. It's a nice little spin-off of what the not the X-Men, but the Marvel Universe has done, and you don't have to know a million years of history to know what's going on.
Yeah, they're doing a cool thing with it too, just like a different idea of like America too, because like there is no USA in the Ultimates. It's like gone, so it's like everything is controlled by these different villains who like got rid of all the other hero characters. So. Speaking of good books, I am at The Walking Dead Deluxe issue number 102, which I think this is the final issue for the Fear saga or arc. Do they call them arcs, please?
I don't know. A bridge?
A bridge? So this is the Negan, end of the Negan storyline. Like, obviously he bashed in Glenn's skull. He did not bash in the other... Abraham's skull, like in the book, so, or in the show, but in the book he did not. But this is like them, like Rick and company getting back to their camp and being like, hey, we need to like bow down like to Negan and his group, and then his people are kind of like, no, we want to fight them, and he's like, no, there's got to be a better way. We're gonna get like our butts kicked, and he kind of says like there's a secret plan with Jesus. So I have not read the books any further than issue 102, so I'm reading these as they come out for the first time. I have seen the show, and it is quite a bit different, but still the same at the same time. So I don't know exactly what's going to be happening as it comes out, but it's really good. It's super short. If you guys ever read Walking Dead, I'm like a slow reader, but it's done in like no time. So. Oh, Captain, my Captain, I haven't been to my LCS in over 5 months. You need to go back soon.
Crazy.
Hopefully you don't have a pull list. Otherwise, they're like, what happens when they get too big? Princess can't answer.
They get mad. They get real mad.
They probably, they just put him back. They probably just put him back. And it's like, you order something crazy. But Walking Dead, I don't need to tell you guys. It's a cool book. I'm checking it out. I feel like it comes out every 2 weeks, though, right?
Probably.
And I like the Adlard original covers are the variant covers, technically. So the original cover is the variant cover for those ones. I kind of like it in the original one, like the way it works. Good books. This one, we got X-Men, the regular X-Men. This is the Jed MacKay series, drawn by Ryan Stegman. And this is the first issue in a giant crossover. So we have Raid on the Grey Malkin prison. So they're going to be crossing over with Uncanny X-Men, I believe. So there'll be the first issue in this one, then Uncanny will have the second one, then it should go back to X-Men. I don't think they're crossing over with any of the other X titles, although there's a crap ton. So it's kind of surprising. I'm glad they didn't do that, so you didn't get like forced into like buying a bunch of stuff. Although I've heard like X Factor and X Force are actually pretty good. This one, remember like the X-Men team, even though they have Rogue on the cover, she's on the other team. So this is like the Cyclops, Beast, Magneto, Psylocke Magic team, and the Grey Malkin is the prison that they turned the mansion into. So this other character went to the X mansion because they weren't there. Remember, they were like in Krakoa doing their own thing, and like converted it into a prison. And so now they had like a secret prisoner in the basement, which turned out to be Professor X. I'm pretty sure they have him like in there. Yeah, Andrew says he really likes X Factor a lot. I've heard X Factor is like gold, like maybe even the best book that's out of all the X books. But so they converted into a prison, and there's like a strange lady who's in charge. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to know her from like a previous book, but they've been collecting mutants and keeping them in this prison. And I think they may be connected to Cassandra Nova. I'm not sure if they are, if the group that's at the prison, but they have a bunch of people there, and they've recently captured Beast, who is part of the X-Men team, and they recently captured Jubilee, who's part of the Uncanny X-Men team. So they're both in there together in this prison, and now the teams who have been living in opposite places, like I think the Uncanny X-Men team is like in Missouri or something like that, or and then the other team's in Alaska, so they're gonna have to like attack the mansion at the Grey Malkin at the same time. And I don't know if they're like 100% getting along. They're clearly showing Rogue punching Cyclops in the face. I don't remember that happening in the book, or if they actually met up. But you know,
maybe it's things to come. You know, like maybe she's gonna punch him in the face later in the next issue.
That's wondering what they would fight about. Maybe like who's coming back on their team. Rogue has all the young kids on her team, so I don't know if they maybe like those young kids are coming with us.
Who has stronger legs?
Joe Rogan. But yeah, that's cool. I haven't gotten many of the regular cover A's, although I probably should, because Stegman does a killer job on those covers. So yeah, it's a nice,
pretty decent.
It's nothing like too crazy, but good book.
Yeah.
All right, next up we got, I read Miles Morales, issue number 27 by Cody Ziegler, and I think it is a guest artist on this one of D. Nucolo, so hopefully I said that right. So should a guest artist on this one. And yeah, I really like Miles, and I've been having a good time. Out of all the books I read this weekend, or this week, this probably was like one of the more weaker ones of the group.
Oh, really?
That I read.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still really fascinating. It's just he's got his new Black Panther costume. You can see him wearing it, and he's like testing it out how it works, and he's spending some time with like Black Panther learning to use the costume, and just didn't feel like a lot happened in this one. You know, just another. I feel like this has been kind of an excuse for him to like, here's a new costume for Miles. Like his old costume is still so much better than like the other one, but it's an interesting book. I don't have like that much to say about it. He's still a vampire. I think they were like trying to introduce him to some people on like Black Panther's side, like some of the gods or whatever that might be able to help him get rid of like his vampirism. So okay. I was thinking they were gonna have him keep it quite a bit longer, but it seems to be like messing with him a lot. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love that Marvel versus Capcom game. Like,
yeah,
I like that.
Especially when you get the three characters and they just jump back and forth in. And if you're not good at it, you just mash all the buttons and you might win anyways.
Yeah, one of them you could have been Thanos, and I never got that character. I'm still regretting that.
Yeah. And then, Andrew said he's really been digging it. I have been. This Miles run has been fantastic. This just particular issue was a little slow for me, but he'll pick it up. Cody will figure it out. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good writer for Miles Morales, so.
He has a good head on his shoulder.
Yeah, he did have a good head on his shoulder.
Yes.
This one I did not read. I thought about it. I was really close. I know this is like a review show.
Pretty dang cool.
But it's Poison Ivy. We do buy books sometimes just for the cover. This one definitely going in the Princess PC. It's Poison Ivy issue number 28. It's the G. Willow Wilson but the Jenny Frison variant cover, and it's
Ooh.
on Zach's bucket list to read this series.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was like, maybe I'll read this just to talk about, but I haven't read any of it yet. So I'd be jumping in at like 28. Maybe you could do that. Maybe this is the right jumping on point, but beautiful, beautiful cover on this one. I like it a lot. I've heard it's a fantastic run though.
Yeah, Whatnot is pretty cool. Whatnot is a great place to pick up some great books, especially this Saturday.
Yeah.
Wonder what I'm talking about.
No, it's a really good place to get good deals too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have too many books, it's a good way to unload some of them because your house is just too full of books. So
Circular. You buy books and then you sell books.
yeah, but great book.
Oh,
is that
yeah.
is that your cover of the week? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cover of the week. Cover of
Yeah, it's
cover
a nice
of the
cover.
week. It is a nice cover. And last, I did pick up this one. I don't need to talk to you about it again because we did a review on it. But this is Absolute Superman #1, the Noir edition. I went ahead and picked all those up for each one of the. There's one for Wonder Woman. There's one for Batman. And then there's one for Superman. And it's an all black and white version of the book, and it's really beautiful inside. So the cover, it's done really well. So if you get a chance to look through, it's the same book but just all black and white, and it's shaded a little bit different. It's very cool. I thought it was fun just because the ash cans for all these were black and white too, so it's like a full size version of the ash can, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I kind of looked at it, but the Noir edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
We got Big Scotty in the house. What's up? I like the C books, but not the movies. Oh, okay. Likes the comic books, but not the movies. I can get down with that. I like both of them, but I can totally understand. All right. And last but not least, we got Absolute Superman. Issue #2 was the last book I read. And this one's, I have read all of the Absolute books. Oh, I probably should have said this is Jason Aaron and Sandoval did the artwork on this. The artwork is really good. Really, really good. All the artwork for all the Absolute books has been good. I've read Wonder Woman, I've read Batman, and I've read Superman. This is issue 2. And I think I like Superman slightly better than Wonder Woman, although I need to finish reading issue 2. A lot of people are really liking Wonder Woman. Maybe I just don't know as much about Wonder Woman to fall in love with it yet. But this one's really interesting. You got like a really good idea of the first issue, which they spent a lot of time on Krypton. And they're giving you a different spin on it where the S symbol on the chest means their houses, like it does, like that's supposed to be like the House of L or whatever in the regular series. But in this Krypton, it tells you what your station is, whether or not you're like upper class or lower class. And because of like the House of L's theories on things and they don't agree with them, they actually put them in a lower class house, more of like a non-knowledge house, I guess, or like a and it's weird because they're supposed to be like smart, but they're like less respected because of like their views on things. So they're like, they have to do more of like the manual labor stuff, and that's why they wear the S on their chest. And there's some stuff they've been alluding to, like Superman didn't come over when he's a baby because he's clearly like a teenager on Krypton before their planet blows up. And like thinking it still, they didn't officially show it blow up, but I'm guessing it still did. So he comes over like in a different fashion. They introduce a lot more stuff, like his mom and dad are there, and like on Krypton you get to meet like his cousin and stuff like that, and a couple other people. And they explain like this interesting version of Krypton where they use a lot of like AI and stuff like that. This book has a lot of AI stuff to it, which is causing a lot of hot button with people, whether or not you want to like it or dislike it. But the big difference with Superman is that he has like not the all-knowing hope version of him, and he gets mixed up in this like military mission right off the bat. And in this world, they call the company like the Lazarus Company, which kind of like runs the world, or not the world, whatever like landmass they're on. If it's like, I'm guessing America or whatever, is that in the world. And their police force is the Peacemakers. So that's why there's a whole bunch of peacemakers.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
They're kind of like, hey, do what we tell you to do. And they didn't like specifically single out like an individual peacemaker to be like, this guy's the peacemaker, and then these are the guys like following him. What's up, Phil? How's it going? And welcome in, Taylor. But the big introduction is everyone was wondering like, what's the deal with like his cape? And he was talking to this random thing called Soul, like Clark was. So he kept talking this thing called like SOL, soul. And so his cape is an AI. So he has an AI with him that he like talks to, and the cape can like move and do things. So like when he's not using it, the cape like goes away, and then it can like come back out.
Okay.
And it like looks really cool. Plus his hands are all glowy with like the AI or whatever. But the cool part is he meets Lois in this book for like the first time. I don't think she was in the first issue. So in this issue he meets Lois, and she's like a military person. So she works for the military, and she's got like short hair, but her character's written really cool, really really good writing on it, and kind of more like, isn't her dad like in the military, like a General Lang or something like that in the regular comics?
I don't know for sure. That would make sense.
Yeah. So she's kind of more like her father type character, and they do this whole thing where like her and Superman get their wrists attached.
Mhm.
So like she slaps on like these handcuffs, and her and Superman's wrists get attached together, but it's like a special like she has I don't know if hers is an AI handcuff as well, but they get attached, and then he has to like do all this stuff where he's like trying to fight off some bad guys while not having her get killed. So it'll be like spin around while she's like on the handcuff, and then like his cape will like cover her so she doesn't get shot because his cape's like bulletproof, I guess, or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. And like at the end, they ask her to write a report, and the guy's like, I know you hate writing, that you hate writing anything, so we'll just skip. Or no, they tell her you can skip the report because they want her to write a report about Superman because they're kind of seeing him for the first time. You know, they're like understanding who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she's like a famous reporter, and so it's weird that they're like, we know you hate writing, and then she's like, you know, this, I think I want to write the report on this one specifically, you know, because it's like about him. Like she's intrigued the whole time. She was like trying to apprehend him and be like, oh, we need to, like, you're an alien, we need to understand you. And then by the end she's like, maybe he is like a good guy, you know.
Maybe I could see you in my bed.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I dug this one. So I like the Batman one's ridiculously good. So I'm hoping when we get a little bit deeper into Batman, next time we get that one, I'll review issue 3 when it comes out. But the absolute world is blowing me away so far. It's been really fun. The Ultimate, don't have a definitive answer on what's better, Ultimate or Absolute, but I think we'll get there after like a year or so, right? Got to give them each a year.
Yeah, I would say to say which one could be the better seller. I mean, Marvel, I guess, is selling like crazy.
The Spider-Man, I think they claims outsold the Batman, but they don't have like real numbers that they've been able to show.
He sold absolutely. Just take my word.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really like share much when it comes to numbers. Like just like wasn't it like Netflix like doesn't even show like what stuff their numbers, like unless they're like 1 billion people watch this, and you're like, oh crap, and they're like, well, how many people watch the other one?
They are recently about to. They might have just done it, but they have recently stopped reporting how many subscribers they have.
Yeah, but even just how many people streamed like an episode is kind of like hard to like squeeze out of them. Do you want to do BS time with Zach first, and then Princess will show you the books to pick up at the end?
Oh yeah.
We're BSing with Zach, guys, which stands for
Buying Smart. So I got here a book. I kind of bought more so for a lesser spec character that I really like. It's not her first appearance, but I really like that female Scorpion from the Amazing Fantasy series. This is issue 10. She first came out number 7, but I didn't have this graded. So, and I really love the cover. It's a James Jean cover, but I think that character is going to be kind of cool. But really, what this book is, you know, kind of popular and known for, is that it's the first appearance of Nina Price, the vampire by night, the niece of Jack Russell, aka Werewolf by Night.
Should it be Vampiress by night? Is vampire like both? Cover both? Vampiress?
I mean, I think vampire is like any gender. Yeah. This book came out in 2005 in September, and you know September means a big deal to me. September. James Jean did the cover. Not popular, but a really great artist. He actually transitioned from comics to fine art.
Valuable, maybe a little.
The writer was Jeff Parker. Did a fantastic job. There's this is actually really low print run. It's only 14,731.
They're really that low?
It's
I was
very
wondering
low.
why. Like, I feel like when I'm hunting for Amazing Fantasy, I don't run into them very often. If you do, it's like issue 2, 3, and 4. I think you see a lot of 2, 3, and 4. The Aranya ones.
Yeah,
like right. You don't even find her first appearance. It's like everybody's got 2, 3, and 4, like all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, this is a famous series where Amadeus Cho first shows up, not as a Hulk, but as one of the smartest people on the planet. But yes, that's a little bit later. 5 issues later. Not too bad.
15.
There's only 180 9.8 universals. One of them are signature series. And fair market value right now is 120. But in 2022, it sold for as high as $1,400.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Yeah.
$1,400?
$1,400.
Ooh.
About...
Oh, Jeff Parker's writing on Thunderbolts. Okay.
Ooh.
He probably, yeah, I've been told Thunderbolts was really good. Really good. Especially the early issues.
So, interesting thing, she's obviously related to Werewolf by Night. So she didn't have any powers until she got bit by a vampire. Her mother did have powers, but then this weird, like, sorcerer person, like, somehow was able to remove, the werewolf issue. But she still had the curse, but it wasn't active. It got activated when she got bit by a vampire. And by day, she's a human. By night, she's a vampire.
Oh, okay.
And when someone moons her, when there's a full moon, she's the white wolf.
Oh.
And she becomes a white wolf. I don't know if it's like a werewolf.
So she's
aspect.
like half vampire, half.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like that movie Underworld.
Yeah.
The hybrid.
Yes. Better than both. The son of our what's his name? Cronus? Starts with a C. Correct me on.
In the movie.
In the movie. Corvinus.
Oh yeah, the Corvinus.
Yes,
yeah.
Corvinus. Yeah. And
no rest for the wicked. Get the full moon.
My spec on this book is gonna be pretty awesome if I'm right, because that Halloween Marvel show that came out was like mind blowing. It was great. It was short. Probably didn't cost them that much. It was in black and white. Maybe it did, but people really liked that show. And if they ever bring it back, why not continue at least some kind of correlation? I mean, ideally, you could have, Elsa Bloodstone in there. But why wouldn't you have, Werewolf by Night's niece in there?
Yeah, it's a possibility. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do another one this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it was like, what, 2 years ago when they did the Werewolf by Night special? Yes. And they didn't do a Christmas one or the other one. I wonder if hopefully they didn't check it and they didn't get any like new subscriptions. That's why they decided not to do it. Like, I'm sure they can like see if a show comes out, like if the subscriptions increase or something like that.
Yes. I'm sure they can get all the analytics and everything on it and say whether or not this was a good bang for its buck on the resources that they get from Disney Plus.
Okay.
So hopefully they people got enough attention to that. And one other thing they could do is, I think they should do, is sell like a limited Blu-ray set. I mean, Blu-ray's kind of going away, but why wouldn't you just
of the show?
Of the show,
I think they do have them. You can buy it. I'm pretty sure.
And they should promote it on Disney Plus.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they make all the shows on like a Blu-ray version. Just in case, somebody doesn't pay for Disney Plus, they just probably don't sell very many of them because, a lot of people have free anyways. You know what I mean? But will we review Kraven? I don't know. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Mm-hmm. The consensus of the group was maybe not see it in the theater. I was kind of interested in maybe seeing it in the theater, but last time I made the decision to see a movie in the theater and they didn't agree with it, I got burned. So I saw Gladiator 2 by myself. And it was terrible. And then we just watched Beetlejuice, and that wasn't that good either. So I don't know. Maybe I will wait and see Kraven when it comes out. I'll see. But I don't know. If it gets good reviews right off the bat, maybe we'll go see it.
Yeah, I'm open to it at least. Whoa, you got a lot. Of
the release of Kraven in 1,000 or less theaters, then Madam Web is supposedly horrible. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't. I still have not watched Madam Web. I kind of didn't. I knew that was gonna be bad. Can I get a closer look at the slabs on the wall? It's my far left, so it'll be your right. Oh, okay. Michael wants to see the.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Oh, the
So,
silk. Yeah,
this
show
one?
you. B Rob, what's up? Yeah, a lot of disappointments. I know. Yeah, I was like, you were excited about Gladiator 2, B Rob, and I was like, I got pumped, and I was like, I'm gonna go see it, and then, oh man, I don't know. Gladiator didn't get that bad of a review, but
Oh yes.
but by me, I was like, I don't know, I could have done without that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the first one so much that I was like, I didn't need a second one after
Oh.
seeing that one, but
And for next week.
yeah,
Next week, I might be showing something very special.
Oh,
that might
yeah.
be getting in. I already
you guys want
showed
to make
these
sure you
two.
tune in next Tuesday.
I need to find out.
There's gonna
if
be
it's
a
real or not.
crazy. Zach's BS corner is gonna have something crazy in it.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of people were for what I bought for. They were sleeping
Oh,
hard.
you gonna tell them the real price?
No, well, maybe.
It's not like you're gonna flip it.
Maybe.
So you keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell guys, before we let you go though, we got to let you guys know new comic book day is tomorrow, and this is the way our show will go. So Princess will show you what she thinks you might want to pick up next week or tomorrow. Sorry, new comic day for Wednesday. And a lot of these books we may pick up and then review on next Tuesday's show. So that way you guys will have plenty of time. And feel free to hop in during the live show and tell me what you thought of the books, or any like surprises aren't going to matter because we've read them already, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what should we get? Oh, we got Uncanny X-Men. God, this is like I think it's number 8. Oh, 7, it says right on the top. Issue number 7, guys. There is a Rogue cover that's coming out. This is like the special Capcom one that they did. So you can get cover A. I think Princess is gonna try and get the Capcom one, which is really fun. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
Very cool.
What's next on the list? Oh, we got Ultimate X-Men issue number 10. Peach Momoko's coming out. I'm excited for that one as well. The Ultimate X-Men was one of the stronger Ultimate books for me, but in the last couple issues, it's taken a little bit of a fall, just because like I feel like there's too many characters now, which they needed to get to that point. It was X-Men, but you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Alex, see what's up? Picture is inverted. Oh, I know. I don't know. I think YouTube did that thing where they updated, and now we're inverted. So.
Yeah, I see this little blue dot on there. I'm like,
will that uninvert us?
I don't know. It's like it's an extra feature. We can
Okay.
try it at the end of the show.
I'll try it at the end of the show.
See what it
Oh,
does.
guys, big one. Ultimate Universe Year 1, Issue 1 is coming out, and I think we're gonna try and get there. This is not cover A. That's the Wolverine variant cover, which has the new Wolverine on it, the Ultimate Wolverine. The other one's really good too. There's an homage to a Steranko cover, and this is going to be, I guess, a recap of what's been going on in Ultimate for a year. So check it out. I just have a feeling the Wolverine one is going to be a big deal with his first appearance. Transformers issue 15 comes out. Daniel Warren Johnson. I will remember to review this better, but it's really been good. The last 2 issues have been the past of Starscream, and I'm excited. So it's actually showing you like Starscream as a younger kid and how he got joined the Decepticons.
So he was a nanobot when he was
I
younger?
guess. I don't know. They didn't say nanobot, but that kind of makes sense. I think she has an English accent. The Terminator issue number 3. 2 was good. There's a good backup story from a YouTuber in there that's been not too bad. The cover's been killing it. Those Declan Shelby covers are fantastic, though.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's a dope cover. So Dynamite, reading a Dynamite book. Oh yeah, Laura Kinney's getting her own book, X-23.
Oh, yeah.
That's the variant cover, the J. Scott Campbell. I'm sure Princess is gonna grab the J. Scott Campbell cover, but where has Laura Kinney been? I don't know. We'll find out. She's getting her own book. Everyone, Storm's got her own book. Dazzler's got her own book. Laura needs her own book.
Yes.
It's a big week next week. We've got Incredible Hulk issue 20. We'll see where that goes. Charlie now is part werewolf or skin changer.
What?
Whatever that. I guess she can take her skin off and she's a werewolf underneath it and then put her skin back on. I'm not sure. It was cool though. So we'll see where that's leading. Oh yeah, there's a super thick Gun Honey cover coming out from Titan Comics, which a lot of our friends are saying that the Gun Honey is a very good read. So although they are thirst trap covers, one of these days Princess might read it. This is like the third series, so it's got to be something good. They can't just be like these like covers. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue #1's coming out. I'm gonna read the first issue, guys. I passed on X-Men '97 when it came out. And I'm regretting it. So there is a new show for Disney Plus coming out with this new version of Spider-Man, and he it seems like it's sort of like for kids, but this may be like the origin of that Spider-Man leading into the cartoon. So they're going to be connected. And he has a new fun costume. And Dazzler, which I've been told is a great read. Dazzler issue #4. Jenny Frison has a variant cover that's really beautiful. Make sure you guys check that out. I've been told the Dazzler book is good. Maybe we'll read that one, see what it's all about. And Amazing Spider-Man 63, The Many Deaths, the Joe Kelly. I think this is issue #3 of that one. They're continuing on with the numbering, so it's like 63. There's the
interesting.
There's both the Scotty Young covers and the regular cover A, which is the Ed McGuinness one. I feel like these are some really cool Scotty Young ones. We're obviously biased because we like Scotty Young, but these ones are actually good. They don't seem like they're mailed in. They look very original. There's a bunch of cool different ways Spider-Man's being killed. And the series will end after the 9 issues. I think it's 9 because it's the 9 deaths of Spider-Man. And then we'll get a brand new writer. So I'm wondering if the story will end at 69.
Oh, I hope so.
That'll be crazy, right? 8 deaths. You're right. Or yeah. V-Rob's like 8 deaths, so it's not going to end at 69. End at 68. Unless the new issue starts at 69.
That's fine.
All right, guys. So that's our new show for you wrapped up. We love to hear any feedback, guys, on the new layout of us reviewing books from the week before. Princess showing the books you think she should pick up. Definitely Zach's investments. BSing with you guys.
BSing with Zach.
Exactly.
But no BS.
But yeah, we from time to time we may open a mystery box or two, depending on how the show goes. Definitely, there's still the Comic Tom Mystery Mail Call we might open from time to time, as well as we made some mystery comic bets recently, mystery box comic bets. So if by chance we win, we'll definitely be opening Taylor's box on our show. So we'll definitely be a segment for that, and we'll bring them on live. So hopefully everybody had an awesome time. I love just reviewing comics and talking about them. I listen to it all day long on podcasts and just love everything there is about reviewing comics. So as usual, guys, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, notification bell so you always know when we're going live. With like new jobs and things like that, we may have to like bump the show times 10 or 15 minutes depending on like when some of us get home and things like that. But we'll definitely try to always have the show every Tuesday. And Zach, you got anything special?
Yeah, sure. How you do this? You gotta hang out with us on Whatnot, and that's a place where you can hear the princess speak.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I thought you were gonna grab the fluffy. No, that's the Whatnot Con thing that we did. It was amazing, but it's not happening for the rest of the year. But come hang out with us on Saturday on the Princess of ComicGains show, where you'll hear her talk and sell some amazing books. And that's how you get those games.
Yeah. She actually knows a lot about comics, especially who does the covers, and very good at like the pricing of books too. Yeah. So it's a good skill, and you won't get to know that unless you hang out on Whatnot. But we prefer when you guys come here too. It's awesome. All right, guys. Until we see you next time, stay safe and remember,
get those gains.
Get 'em.
See you Saturday and see you next Tuesday.
Let's see if this flip works. Flip it.
Oh, I was gonna mess with this button. What does this do?
Flip.
Oh, retouch on. What is that? Does it look better, guys?
I think we're frozen.
What is retouch? Retouch.
No, retouch off. I don't know.
Now I
there's a flip down there at the bottom.
Oh, what is this? Oh, what? Highlight. No, I don't want to highlight anything.
Careful, may not be able to change it back.
I think that's. Oh, whoa! You can see our back wall. Oh. That's a secret. We're not supposed to show that. Okay. Oh, then there's like a voice. Okay.
No, there's like more people in the show now.
Wow, there's a lot going on with it.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Get those gains.